Hey everybody, Raymond here with the Evercrafter, and welcome to Friday's Fabulous Bakers. I am today's first special guest of the day. So, this is a part 2 to what if you joined me last night for a Flocktail Hour, we made this hat. Today we're making the second part, which is what the hat goes on. But before we get into that, I'm going to show you details of what that involves. Yeah. But if you're seeing this part, it's probably a replay. I came on about 2 minutes early, 2 to 3 minutes early. Go ahead and get this out of the way. This is probably a replay if you're watching this part. So go ahead and hashtag replay down below. Let me know how you found out about me. Who sent you? If it's your first time, let me know these things, all right? I'm going to get myself pulled up on my laptop so I can see some comments. But until then, do the thing down there. Let me know when you come in. All right? Be right back. Hey, Janice. Trying to pull myself up here. Last night. See if it does the same thing tonight that it did last night. Where it does not want to let me see comments. There we go. Hey, Scylla. Hey, Christy. Hola, Lydia. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lydia. Happy birthday to you. I hope you had an amazing birthday yesterday. And an amazing weekend this weekend with your event. I hate that I couldn't be there. Ramundo. That's me. I have so many names, y'all. So many. Hey, Stephanie. You're going to Hoblobs. I'm going tonight. Let me know if there's anything I need to look for. I'm actually going to look for more trim. Imagine that. I'm hoping that ours has more on clearance, because I bought quite a bit the other day. Y'all like my shirt? Bruh. Corey's like, Raymond, you have to have that shirt. I was like, yeah, I kind of do. Well, I was getting comments over there, but now I'm not. Imagine that. I may have to refresh it. Yay. Let me refresh that really quick. Oh, hold on. There they go. Yay. Nope, not getting them. Does she? Alright, I'm going to refresh this real quick. Comment stopped after Christy earlier. Yay. Maybe it'll pop back up like it did yesterday. Nope. Alright, let's try this one more time. Go to my page. I'm going to go to it the right way this time. So here, how is everyone's Friday going? Open. I am clicking to expand Facebook. There we go. Now we'll see if the comments are working. So, yes, I'm going to Hobby Lobby later. And then I'm going to Home Goods. Then Sunday, we're going to Lafayette, which is like an hour away roughly, to go to White Bayou Recent Supplies. Because they're open this Sunday, and I'm going to go hang out with them. And then we're going to At Home over there. Because we don't have an At Home here in town. And of course, I'm going to go to their Home Goods also. Because of course I am. Why wouldn't I, you know? But yeah. So if you were here last night, this is what we made. It's dried really nice. It does have a little bit of gray tint. Most blacks do that. Bruh! Thank you, sister. Corey was like, Raymond, you have to have it. I was like, yeah, I kind of do. Well, come on, Scylla. Come on. Come hop in the car. Stephanie, I did not. Well, hello, Kim. How are you, beautiful? Yes, I'm going to see the boys on Sunday. Hey, Brenda. Yeah, we're going to go see the boys on Sunday. Do a little live while I'm there. Yeah, we're going to leave here Sunday morning, probably about 10:30, 11. They open at 12. Try to get there about the time they open, because I figure if you get there then, there's not going to be as many people when they first open. So, because every time I go, it seems like they're always packed and we can't chill and talk and, you know. But I also would typically go when there's an event going on, and this is just a regular day open, so. So I've got an hour and a half. Hey, Robin. So I've got an hour and a half. And I don't remember the lineup. I need to pull that up real quick. Well, hello, Shay. Shay is going live this afternoon. Home Goods, I'm going, yes. Yeah, that's where it's at. Although somebody did tell me that they found it at TJ Maxx. I haven't seen it at TJ Maxx, but... Hey, Janice. Hey, Linda. Hey, Maricela. But before we get off today, I will pull up the lineup and tell you the lineup. But yeah, so if you were with me last night, we made this incredible witch hat. Right now it's just sitting on a clear tub because it's going to go on top of something else. So, I forgot to share myself. Let me do that real quick. Oh no, where'd it go? My whole live went away, y'all. Oh, there it is. Jones, yes. Flowertown Crafts is after me, then Ginger, then Shay, correct? And I thought that's the layout for today. I thought that's what it was, but for some reason earlier I didn't hear you say Jones's name. Hola, Liza. Hey, Susie. Let's get witchy. 2. Oops. 2. All right. Y'all, mosquitoes are out here really bad today. I don't know if it's because the temperature dropped slightly and they're like, ooh, it's nighttime when it's daytime. I don't know. But, yeah. They have ate me up today while I was outside. All right. So, again, let's get started. So this is what we made last night. And I told y'all that this was part 1 of a 2-part project, correct? So, here comes what part 2 is. Before I show you part 2, in the comments, tell me what you think part 2 is. What is this going to sit on top of? If you already know, don't cheat. Brah. That's how my nephew sounds when he says it. Brah. It's a hard A at the end. Hey, Ritz. Like, there's clearly something that sits on, but what is it going to sit on? Eliza says pumpkin. Zilla says face. Janice says a glass ball. That would be cute. Ritz says pumpkin head. Shay says a witch's face. Maricela says pumpkin. Oh, pause. Time out. Hey, Tinta. Hey, sweet tea. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear sweetie. Happy birthday to you. Love you, sweetie. All right, and we're back. Liza says frog. Christy says spell books. I will tell you now it's not spell books, but be sure and tune in next week. Maricela says cat. Hey, Shelby girl, how you doing? So, it is a pumpkin, is what this is going to sit on. Shelby, this is what I made last night. This is part one of today's project. So I made this last night, and it's going on what we're making today. Okay? So, I'm about to show you now. I promise I'm going to show you now. What's up, boo? How you doing? This is my witch's hat that I made last night, and it's going on a pumpkin that we're doing today. Singing siblings. Hey, sweetums, thank you. So it is going to go on a pumpkin. A kitty would be cool, but I don't know how to make a... I've never made a cat. Maybe I should try that. Hey, Steph. I've never made a bat either. Hey, Albert. So, I am going to do something today I've never done. Well, I've done, but not in detail. Because what this goes on is so large, I did it ahead of time. Not all of it. Like, I did my sculpting ahead of time. Reason being, this is a massive piece. But I am going to show you how to sculpt the face on a small scale. Okay? Because it is such a large piece, I had to do it ahead of time. We are going to cover it today. But, hey, Deanne. So, show of hearts if you're ready to see the pumpkin that this is going to go on. Let me see those hearts. Let me see those hearts. Thank you, Yanira. Janita. Did I say it right? Janita? Y'all, when I met Yanira for the first time, we clicked. We cool. She's my new homegirl. One of the first things I asked her, I was like, please say your name so I'll make sure I'm saying it right. And then I felt like a dodo for asking. But, awesome. Okay, I see the hearts. All right. Remember, this is not the final color, okay? Let me sit the hat to the side. Remember, I told you this piece is massive, okay? Here we go. This is the back. Yes, there's multiple colors there. This is the back. That's the face. Hey, Wendy, darling. So this is our pumpkin that we're going to be, this hat is going to go on. You'll notice I didn't go all the way to the bottom on all of it. That's okay. It's a pumpkin. So you see now why I had to sculpt this ahead of time. So I'm going to show you how to do this face on a smaller scale. All right. There are, you see the cracking and stuff? This is just the underlayer. This is what you're going to cover. So the cracks do not matter, okay? Now what I did is, this is a large styrofoam ball. I actually bought it to do a moon and never did it. This is a lot of work. I say it's a lot of work because it is. But I've gotten so used to doing faces. I sculpted this face in about an hour and a half last night. And then I covered the rest of the pumpkin this morning. But I sculpted the face in about an hour and a half, something like that last night. Thank you, Desiree. Thank you, Sweetums. Thank you, Deanne. Thanks, Cianera. I know I can, Christy. I can 100% make them. But I also like to buy them. So, you know. But yeah. So, I'm going to show you how to do the face on a smaller scale. But before I do that, I am going to sit this down right here. It's still a little wet. Y'all may hear my dog. He's in his room today, which is right over there. So you may hear him bark because his other daddy ain't in there with him today. His other daddy had to go to New Orleans today for work. All right, I'm just going to sit it on there so you can see. I gotta make sure it's turned right. There. So there you go. That's what we're working with. But we are going to cover this. But first, I'm going to show you how to do the face. So let me scoot this one back off to the side. I have it sitting on parchment over here. Thank you, Wendy, darling. Hey, 3A. Rude. Rude. Yes, Zerks. Zerks is the one in there pouting. And he's been out. He's not in any pain. He just is pouting because he's not roaming. But he's back in his Pampers again. And he'll take his pamper off if nobody's in there, and then he'll pee in my floor. Sit. Yeah. Okay, as long as he got his chicken, he can be as wild as he wants to. You know, I would let him run and rip and run, so. Alright, and there's our hat. For right now, I'm just sitting the hat right there. So what we're going to do to show you this face is I'm going to show you on a small disc. It'll show you how to do it the same way, alright? Hey, Gail, thank you. Oh, the moon, this shape, but 3D, I may do that. I might just do that, because that would be really cool as a tree topper. I have a round moon that I use now, but that moon could be cool too, and it would change it up a little bit. Did you ever sleep, or did I ever sleep? Or did you? Oh, because I'm on during the daytime. I get it, Sandra. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to do it on a small scale. This is just a Dollar Tree round. It's got holes in it. It's fine. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it just like I did this. I'm going to use a random color clay to build the face. And then I'm going to show you how to cover it. Alright? So, what I do is I first find out where I want my eyes. Before I do that, I'm going to draw a straight line down. It doesn't have to be exactly in the middle. And I'm going to go to about where I want the eyes and do a line across. Alright, so this is going to be our middle, even though it's not straight, but neither am I. So, then we have our line going this way. I'm going to go in, and I want an eye roughly right there. Roughly right there. I want my nose to be here. So I'm just kind of putting where I want my pieces to go. So that's my nose and my eyes. And I know I want a big smile. So I just roughly drew, like really roughly drew a face on the round. Okay? What that does is show me where I need to start building my face. Now, we know we have to have cheeks, right? Oh, it's definitely crooked. We know that we want the cheeks to come under the eyes and up, around the mouth, and out. These are just rough guidelines, okay? So that's going to be roughly where I want my cheeks. This side I actually put spackle on and let it dry to make it a little bit smoother. And I should have done it on that side, but this is fine. Alright, we're going to use this to build the face. The first thing you want to put on are your cheeks. Then your nose. I used to do it the opposite of that. And I used to do the nose, then the cheeks. But I found that when I do the cheeks first, I can blend the nose into it better. So I'm putting some glue. We know that Raymond does not like glue. Then why is Raymond using glue? I need my clay to stay still when I'm sculpting. That's the reason I would be more likely to use glue when I'm sculpting, simply because I need the clay to remain in one position and not slide off of the shape. I just use a foam brush. I typically use Q-tips, but that one was already wet because that was a large project. I had to use a brush for it. Well, hello, Carly. Hey, Rhonda. Oh, goodness. Well, I'm normally live every Thursday night at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. Today I joined with a Friday's Fabulous Fakers for the day. So I'm on right now, doing part 2 of a different project. So Carly, you weren't with us last night. I don't think you were here at all last night. So we made this last night. And this was part 1. And part 2 isn't done yet. But I'm showing how to do the face right now. Hey Rena! This is part 2. It's going to be the pumpkin that the hat sits on. I have a feeling I'm going to see several people making hats soon. Alright, now for your cheeks, because that's what we want to put on first. You want to make 2 balls that are roughly the same size. They do not have to be perfectly and all that. Thank you, Carly. So they're roughly the same size. You're going to turn those into teardrops. Thank you, Rhonda. You're going to turn them into teardrops, and you're going to flatten them. Not completely flat. I'm bending the tip upwards and pushing downwards at the same time. So it gives me like a little cup right here. You're going to take that, make it as pointy as you want it to, and put it roughly where like that. Now you want to take your fingers and push the clay down all the way around. You just want to push it, kind of angle it downwards. Do that all the way around. Don't worry about this over here yet. So you see what I did? I just took my fingers and pushed it downwards. Now you want to go to where your cheek, your smile is going to be. You can take a ball tool or your finger and just kind of push it upwards. You want to give it a dent right there. The reason being that your smile is pushing the cheek upwards like that. Okay? Hey, boo-boo. How you doing, home skillet? Hey, Cindy. So once you get that done, go ahead and take, like on the pumpkin, you'll just do the same thing all the way around. But if you're doing it like this as a lollipop, just take it and push it backwards. You can flatten it out a little bit with your hand if you want. Like I just kind of wrapped it around. And remember, a pumpkin is not smooth. Mama Jones. Thank you, Sean. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Keep in mind, they do not have to be identical twins. Hey, Esther. Oh, no. I'm sorry you're not feeling well. That's no good. So we're doing the same thing on this side that we did on the other side. Just make sure that where your eyes are going to be, you kind of push it down a little bit so you have like a dent for the eye to sit down into. And just work yourself around just like before. Don't forget your area for your smile. And then just pull it backwards. Same thing you did on the other side. Twins, not identical. It's fine. Now we're going to do our nose. The nose is my favorite part to make. Hey Vicky, if I didn't say hello. We're going to go in and add some more in there. Some more glue. You don't need a lot of glue on something this small. On something as big as the actual pumpkin, of course you're going to need more. Now, you're going to make a teardrop again, okay? Your nose can be as big as you want it to be. I'm making a very long teardrop. I'm going to go in between, and I got spackle on here, but it's okay. I'm going to put my nose where I want it. Okay? And I'm going to pinch it down towards, I'm going to cut off some of that excess and wrap it backwards. Now, here's the good part. See this nose right here? What you want to do is you do need a ball tool for this. I'm going to use about that size. What you need to do, depending on how you want your nose shaped, okay, is I'm going to take my finger, before I do that, I'm going to take my finger, touch my nose, and push it, okay? I pushed it backwards. Take my small ball tool, I'm going to push in and pull to the side, push in and pull to the side. Okay? I gave him some nostrils. Now take your finger and push that down. You just want to push down this area right here to make it flat. Okay? Now, this is where you can pick your shape of your nose. If you want it pointy, like a witch, you just squeeze the middle. And start to pull it outwards. Do you have to do a pointy nose? Not at all. You do whatever kind of nose you want it to have. Okay? If you want this to be smaller, you just take your palm and pull it upwards. And then just reshape your brim of your nose. Pull off the excess. The only thing you have to remember is that you have nostrils. So to be sure and not lose your nostril shape. Okay? Now, you need something here for a brow. Again, it's just a teardrop. Okay? Permission to pick your nose, 100%. So we're going to add some more glue. If you noticed, pretty much everything we've done has started off as a teardrop. We're just putting some glue there on both sides. We're going to make us 2 balls. You can do it. You can do it. I gotta pay thousands for a good... I must have missed something there. I don't know what we're paying for lifts, but hey. So we've got our 2 teardrops. You're gonna do the same thing. Flatten them out. You're gonna take your finger and push it up. Do that to both of them. Now, you can point this however you want it. If you've seen Jones make her gnome hats, it's kind of the same concept, except you're not hollowing it out, if that works for you. Now I'm going to put that in there. Like that, okay? Right now he looks rather mean. Oh, I got it. So I'm going to take my finger again, and I'm going to push that down in there, and kind of join it with the brim of the nose. And I'm going to bring it to the side. And rip off that, because we don't need that. I'm just going to show you. So you see what I did there? I kind of joined those together, pulled it down to meet the cheek, but in the middle, put your finger in there and kind of pull it upwards a little bit. And that gives you the socket for your eye to go into. Hello, Christy. Did I really just call you Jones? I did. Sorry, Mama Jones. My bad. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And like I said, remember, you do not have to be identical. You want them to be similar, but they don't have to be identical. Okay? Thank you for the stars, Yanira. Put your finger in there and push it up, just like you did on the other side. You do want the openings to be roughly the same. But they do not have to be identical. But you do want them to be close to looking the same. Alright? So now we have our two eyes, our cheeks, and our nose. Now we need to do this area down here in the mouth. The mouth does not use, well, it uses one teardrop for the lower section, but not the top section. So let's add some glue. And I'm hoping by doing this, this allows this a little bit more time to dry. We're just going to add a little glue to the upper lip area, okay? And if any of y'all try this, please tag me. I would love to see y'all do this. So for this, you're actually going to make a little tapered worm. Okay, just like that. You're going to take that, flatten it out. Okay, kind of like that. You would think that this is the top, that you would put it on like this. You would think it goes like that. It does not. It's actually, the curve goes towards the nose. So put the curve on towards the nose. Laying it in there so I can show you. Like that. Push that clay into the other clay. Okay. If you want it to be a perfectly smooth, add a little water to your finger and rub it together. Yeah, don't confuse it with the tapeworm. Now you want to go in, now that you have it all smushed together here, go in and kind of pinch. Pinch the brim. That's going to give you your lip line for the top. Okay? Now, take your ball tool. Right in the middle of the nose, right here. Thank you, Paula. How are you doing today? Well, hello, my other Christy. Both my dolls are here. You're going to take your ball tool and push up, just in the center. You want to give you, like your lip has a little thing here. Like, if I didn't have a mustache, you could see it, but right here, there's like a little dent. That's what you're doing, is you're giving it that dent. Now take the ball tool, go to where you made your little dents in your cheeks, and push up. And push up. Yeah. Like that. Okay. Now you can go back and pinch that a little bit more if you want. Not the center, but the sides. Just to give it a little bit more of a lip line. You're going to add another lip, but you want that little line to know where to put it. Okay? Now, this section, the chin. You're going to make a teardrop again. And you're going to flatten that teardrop the same way you did for the upper, brow bones. Okay? Just like that. I'm going to add my glue on. I forgot to put it back upside down, and then my holder. Is that what that's called? Huh. Look at y'all telling me something. Y'all have seen me make faces for almost 2 years now. This is something that I've never really done in detail unless it was a paid tutorial. Now, with that being said, there will be tutorials for how to do a face. I will actually be having a class on how to do faces where we will go really in depth about different ways to do it. That will be much more detailed than what I'm doing right now. Just saying. Hey, Tisha. So we've got that. You want to attach it in the middle below the lip. Okay. Like that. And you're going to pull this point up towards your other area. Do that on both sides. And you're going to do the same thing you did before, where you push the clay down to attach it to the styrofoam. Okay? And in the process of doing that, when you're pushing it down, you're also making your smile. You would think this is pretty detailed, but I promise you, even though I'm showing you how to do this, there's much more detail that can be done. Now that we have our mouth, right? If you want this to look like a pumpkin, you can go back in and make more of your lines of your pumpkin. I'm going to show you that real quick. Send them to me. I love good eyes. So, I am going to take my ball tool and slightly push that up, just because I wanted a little bit more area there. So we're going to bring this and maybe one here and here also to make more of your pumpkin lines. Okay? Awesome, Linda. Thank you, Christy, darling. So, let me add some more glue. Now, when you sculpt a whole face when it's still wet, you can blend stuff together. Now, the plus side is, because we're going to cover this, it does not have to be perfectly seamed. That way, because you're covering it. If you wanted to be brave, hey Monica, if you want to be brave, you could 100% do this all with orange clay, blend it all together really well, and not have to cover it. If you saw my pumpkin topiaries, that's how I did those. So I just made another one of these. I'm attaching it to my cheek and pushing it down and pulling it up towards my cheekbone. You'll notice when I show you, it is not perfectly seamed. but it's going to give you the appearance that you're looking for with the pumpkin lines. Hey, Jessica. Slow today. I figure since it's the first of the month, I'll probably go to work tomorrow and they probably would have done $20,000 because it's not the same, it's a new month. Awesome, Lydia. Can't wait to see. I think 3A may have done some flocking before. Or she bought some. I don't know if she ever did it. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to create that line. I'm not worried about this right here. But I'm creating another one of these lines. So I just brought that cheekbone down some. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just pull some of it up. And pull it down. Cut off my excess. All right. So I'm not going to do anything here and here. Now when I put my orange cover on, I can shape it slightly if I need to. But that is how to sculpt a face. This will get turned into a sucker. Now, for eyes, I like to use these type of eyes. They're actual doll eyes. When you put your eyes in, I'll show you on the big one too. He's actually going to have roughly the same size eyes. They're just slightly bigger. See how they look inset now? So that's how the eyes work. Now when you cover it with your orange clay, you're going to cover the inside of that eye hole anyways, so there'll be orange around it. And you can actually go in and add an additional eyelids if you need to. We may have to do that on the large one. So there's that. Okay? I'm going to set him to the side to dry. 1 minute. I'm going to go ahead and put this other eye in there while I'm sitting here. I'll take him back out before I put the orange on, but yeah. There you go. Oh, you didn't get it? Gotcha. Driving. So yeah. So once you cover this with the orange, then you're going to have your pumpkin. When's your classes? My classes? I have not scheduled them yet. We'll probably, I'm thinking September is when I'll start them. That's what I'm thinking. I'm still debating on if I want to do, how I want to go about doing them. I have two options that I want to do, of ways to do it, and I haven't made my mind yet on which way to go. Alright. Now, give me just 1 second. I'm going to go sit him over there on the drying rack, and I'll be right back. Alright. Now, what I did not tell you earlier about the pumpkin itself, the big one that we're using. Hey, Candy. You grabbed a lot, didn't you? Do I have teeth? Yeah. Are they going to get teeth? Yes. But not, we're going to make the teeth. So, the ball that I used to make my large pumpkin, let me go ahead and pull it back over. Okay. He's still wet, so I'm trying not to handle it too much. What I done is the top and the bottom I shaved off. Don't know exactly how much I took off. I just wanted a flat surface so the hat would sit flat and it would not roll around on the table. Okay? You did the same thing. I don't know what I just did. I don't. But so what I did is I shaved off the bottom. That way it sits flat, as well as the hat will sit flat on top. That may not be exactly in the middle yet, but... Oh, the teeth. Yes, I saw the teeth from the moo, and I had them in my cart, and I took them back out because they creeped me out a little bit, which is strange for me to say, because, come on, I make faces. Yeah. But yeah, I did see those. I did not buy those. I had to take them back out of the cart, and I ended up buying... I have a Temu order coming right now. The big ball actually came from Temu. I will tell you now, it does not ship with normal stuff. They ship it by itself, and it comes by boat for whatever reason. This ball took like 2 months to get here. It was ridiculous how long this ball took to get here. I probably should have honestly just went and bought one at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. It didn't save me much by getting it off Temu. So, yeah. Now I have gotten others that aren't quite this big. If I had to guess, let's see. This was probably a 12-inch tall ball. Because right now it is roughly 10, and I probably shaved off an inch on the top and the bottom. So we'll say it was a 12-inch ball. It looks much bigger than that, but yeah. So there's that. The hat is super cool. And I personally think I maybe should have done, because he's a lot, this face is a lot manlier than I had originally wanted. I was originally going to do more of a feminine face. Yes, Jess, I made the hat live last night. He may need a different hat. He may end up needing a top hat. I don't know. It is a large ball. But you also have to remember there's a lot of clay on here that makes it look even bigger. No problem, Jess. The replay is there, and I will be downloading it and adding it to my YouTube. Also, same name on YouTube, by the way. If you don't own there yet, go get me. Okay? You notice there's no clay here. There's no clay here, or in the mouth. Wasn't really needed any more of those lines. We have plenty of that. You can clearly look at this and tell it's a pumpkin. Once it's orange, you'll know it's a pumpkin for sure. Okay? So what we're going to do to cover this guy is roll out clay, place it on, shape it into the areas, and then we'll shade it. That's how I'm doing this one. In the class, I will actually show you how to do this without building your structure first. I'll show you how to build and everything all at one time without having to use an additional clay to cover it. Okay? So, for the covering of this, we are actually going to use Great Creations Faux Cupcakes orange. It's not quite as bright orange as that one, but I cannot find my other bag of Glitz and Glue orange. Unless I'm looking at it right there. Hold on. Let me see if this is my Glitz and Glue orange. Ha! Found it. I didn't look over there earlier. This is soft. Was this soft also? Yeah, okay. So I do have a bag and a half of Glitz and Glue orange. So we're actually going to use the Glitz and Glue. Just because it's the same color orange that I used on the other part, on the hat, except I toned it down slightly. So, thanks, Albert. I would pin it, but if I go to touch that, it's going to mess up, I promise. I'm going to sit my hat off to the side real quick so I can move the pumpkin back over. Alright, let's move our pumpkin back over. I have till 1 my time, which is 2 Eastern time. Hey Elaine, happy Friday. So, what we're going to do here is the oranges don't have to be identical. What I mean by that is a pumpkin is several shades, right? So I'm actually going to take this and I'm going to add some to it. I'm going to keep about half of it in the bag. Okay, that's what I thought. Just want to make sure. Now let me get, I saved some of the Auburn from Great Creations. And we're going to mix some of that into our orange. That way we tone down the brightness just a little bit. And after I did this last night, I realized if I would have used Great Creations, not Great Creations, if I would have used Skin from Glitz and Glue, it would have gave me more of this color, which I really liked. But we're gonna go with the brighter orange. Hey, Alyssa. So I'm mixing about half of that in there, and we're gonna start there and see what color that gives us. All right, so I've got 40 minutes roughly. So we may not get the whole pumpkin covered, but we are going to cover the face first. So at least you'll get to see that done. If I wouldn't have done the small one to show you how I did the face, I probably could have got it all done. But I really wanted to show y'all how to do a face. At least do a quick face. I think I'm going to add a little bit more of that Auburn in there. And remember, after me is Jones, Mama Jones with Flowertown Crafts. Then after her will be Ginger with Glitzy Creations by Ginger. Then we have Shay after that. I think that's the full lineup for today. Yes. And then tonight you have your Spanglish Amigas. This weekend you have Lydia's birthday. Thank you, Sprinkles. Did I just call you Sprinkles instead of Sweetums? Y'all, my mind is everywhere today, I guess, because I've just been calling people by the wrong name all day. Sweet Sprinkles. Alright, that toned it down slightly. I think we'll go ahead and add that in there too. Because it's not changing it, because the Auburn does have a red undertone. So it's still keeping that orange look. Yeah, I didn't even know you had a YouTube. Hey, Trina. See, that means you didn't even tell me you had a YouTube. For those that were interested in the candy corn guy, nope, not making him again. I'm not making him again. Right, it's easy to add, but you can't take it out. The tutorial for the candy corn guy is on my YouTube page, as well as the tutorial for the macarons, which I also just shared on Facebook. Let's see what else. A lot of the big projects, there are tutorials on there for. So get that out of there. I'm just rolling this out. It doesn't have to be very thick, but you don't want it so thin that it rips. Okay? You still want to have a little bit of room. It probably actually needs to be a lot bigger than I'm making it. And I may have gotten it too thin too. We'll see. That may actually be just big enough to do the face. And I'll explain to you why I'm doing it this way when I start to do it. Okay? Let me pull it over. So my plan is, I'm going to put a piece here, right? I would like to go from here to here. Then do a section from here to here. I'm going to do it in pieces because I can blend those seams together. That's my plan. Now, the thing about it is thin and there's a lot of ridges I have to push down into. If by some chance I'll rip the clay. Hey, Deanne. We are making a giant pumpkin with a face. But if I happen to rip it and I have to blend some together, that's fine. A pumpkin is not solid color, so it's okay. Now, in a great, ideal, perfect world, this would be completely dry, and I could lay it this way. It's not dry. If I lay it on the back right now, it is going to dent that clay. We don't want to dent said clay. So, trying to see the best way that I want to put this on. I'm actually going to have to re-roll and make it bigger. So how you doing? Good looking. I'm actually going to add the rest of this orange in there. Hey, Shannon. So, I'm just going to start blending that back together. It's going to change it again. It's okay. This is the downside to doing it this way. Is on this large of a project, you do have to have a large amount of clay if you're going to cover it. Because I made my face super wide. So, alright, push that down and start rolling it out. Sweetums. Yes, she gets a blowed kiss. You probably got one before, ma'am. I was supposed to have dinner with her the other night, but I couldn't go to New Orleans because of freaking work. I was upset. I have a feeling I'm going to have to get my big roller out. We all know I don't like my big roller. The large ball I used for that one came off of Temu. But you can get a 12-inch ball from Hobby Lobby and Michael's. I got mine off the Temu. It didn't save me much money, and it took me like 2 months to get it here. Yeah, definitely get more clay than you think you're going to need for this project, because it's massive. Okay. Much bigger piece of clay now. That should have no problem covering that area. So, right? Work really gets in the way of a lot of stuff. So you saw, just flop that on there, right? That's all you can do. Just flop it on. You're going to go in and do your details anyways. And I still didn't get it as big as I wanted it to be. I'll turn it around and show you in just 1 second. I got to push some details in real quick. And you're going to have some areas that you're like, oh no, that didn't work out right. Don't worry about it. Y'all, this is clay. All this, anything that you think is a mistake can be fixed. Just remember that, okay? Now, I know that it would be great if I could put y'all towards behind me to watch this exactly. In the future, maybe that will be an option, but right now it is not. But in the future, we'll work on that. That is something else that we'll talk about in the private class. Will be stuff, a way to do that kind of stuff. Now, on this side, I got to that seam that I wanted to get to. On the other side, I didn't. Hey, Tina. I'm not super worried about it not getting all the way to that seam, because I'm just going to repair it. Where's my scissors? Right there. Got to cut a little section of clay off here. Okay. I'm just going in and making sure that all of those areas are attached. I'm fixing to show y'all in just 1 second. I'm almost there. I'm also not covering all the way around the top. And I'm pushing towards the bottom. Just going to pick that up. keep in mind, like I said, I'm not worried about seams, cracks, those type of things, because it is a pumpkin. A pumpkin naturally has those marks. That's one of the good things about making a pumpkin. Is a lot of things that you think would be an issue really aren't. Got to fix inside the nose area. Make sure it's all attached everywhere. Just pulling that plate over. Same thing there. Okay. You're like, but where'd all the detail go? It's still there. Now, here, we need to go in with our ball tool and fill in those nostrils again on both sides. Don't worry about that white, like I got white on there. Don't worry about that. Go in with my ball tool again, fill in those nostrils. I'm just going in with my finger and making sure those nostrils are there. Press along your lines. Nice sweetums. I would definitely wear that. Now, remember I said right here it didn't go all the way to the seam I wanted it to? I'm just going to take this piece of clay right here. I just dropped my ball tool. I'm going to flatten it out. I made me a long oval, flattened it out. I'm actually going to even make it a little bit skinnier. I'm going to go in, pull it down along that seam, pull it over, and I'm going to show you how to blend it together. Alright, now here's the trick, okay? Some clays, you can just rub it and they'll blend together. Sometimes you have to add water. Most of the time, if you do it while the clay is still really wet, you can literally just take your fingers and kind of swirl it, and it will give you this, it'll blend together. If for some reason it does not work for you that way, right? All you have to do is get you a little spray bottle, just trying to make sure that I get that all the way down. I should have made it a little bit longer, but it's okay. I'm gonna pick this back up, tilt it backwards a little bit. I actually got too much clay on the bottom, so I'm gonna pull some of that off. There we go. Make sure those lines are good there. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing right here to blend that together. Just pushing it downwards. And downwards. You just want to try and make sure that you keep your shapes. That's it. Like right now, I'm just going in and redefining the mouth and the little spot that I told you right here. My little cheek area there. The eyes are good. The lines there are good. The line there is good. All right. There we go. So that is our pumpkin face. Hey, ma'am. Hello, Denise. So that is our pumpkin face. Now, the next section, when we do from here to here, we'll go in and we'll blend all those lines together. We'll blend those lines together. Now, because they... Oh, I got clay stuck back there, y'all. Dang it. It's okay. That all gets covered anyways. So, there. Now, like I was saying, when you blend the clays together, if they don't blend perfectly, take a little spray bottle, spray a little water on there, and rub it with your finger. It will cause slight color variation, but again, a pumpkin is not solid. It's not, okay? You can go in at this point and add your blush, 100%. I got little white pieces of styrofoam on there. It's okay. Blow it off. Blow it off. Alright? So, he still needs a lip, and eyes. Hey, Peggy. His eyes are going to be green. They are a darker green than the small one I showed you. I'm going to go ahead and input his eyes. And remember, if you want to, you can go in and give him eyelids. You don't have to, but you can. So there's his eyes. They're kind of looking at a weird angle. I know, styrofoam bits everywhere. Yeah, they're kind of giving me a weird angle, but it'll be alright. The downside to eyes are, I need my tweezers. Where are they at? I don't know where my tweezers are. So that's not good. So right now he's going to look a little wop-eyed. We'll make it be alright. if you want to give him eyelids, what you do, make a little worm, taper it off, like that, flatten it out to where you have like half a circle. You can also use a cutter. You want to take this, that's actually too big, cart second shelf. No. I think they're actually still in my bag from Fake Bakers. There. So I made it again. And you just kind of push it up in there. You can use your ball tool if you need to. And I absolutely hate that I just did, by the way. I don't like the way it turned out, but now it's stuck, so I cannot get it off. So I'm going to take, let me see, this little silicone tool. I thought I have a flat one. So I'm going to take this little silicone tool here. And I'm going to use this brim right here to kind of tuck it. It's going to kind of push it into the other clay, as well as kind of help blend them together. I don't like that eye is facing upwards. So I may have to work on that, fixing that, but let me do the other side. And then I'll show you. Thank you, Denise. You want to be like me when you grow up? Bonjour, jellyfish. How are you? Hola, hola, Manny. How are you, Poppy? We're going to do the same thing here. We're just kind of putting it in there. Then we're going to tuck it around, just like we did on the other side. Let me start pushing it in. Y'all saw me just do that. If a niece was here, I'd get in trouble. Hey, Dee. So what I'm doing is I'm giving him his top eyelid. I know how to get it right in a minute. I'm trying to tuck the clay in a little bit more, make it not so thick. Downside is I used too much clay that time. So I'm having to push a lot more clay in than I did on the other eye. Definitely not perfect, but so if you ever buy something from me that I've sculpted, just know I do that. definitely not a perfect eyebrow, but it's not, I mean, eyelid, but it's okay. All right. Hey, Marie. So there's his eyelids. I did not get that one as good as I thought I did. I thought I got that a lot cleaner than I did. See, I'm sharing my DNA. Like I said, it's not a perfect eyelid, but it's okay. Now, you can also do bottoms. Right now, I'm not going to do a bottom. I may go back and do one, but right now I'm not. Let me turn him towards me. Please do. And when you duplicate me, send me a copy, because I got stuff he could be doing. Yeah, but yo, he is definitely going to get a bottom lid. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm doing the same type of concept. Flattening out my shape. That's too large. That should work. Yeah, he definitely needed the bottom lid. I'm actually going to try to leave it a little bit more bubbly than I did the top. Almost like he's got a slight bag under his eye. Hey, Regina. Right. Send the duplicate to work so I can stay home and craft. That's what I'm talking about. I actually really like that eye now. They're still not angled right, but what can you do? It was in there. I couldn't get it back out. So. Something else that's hard about doing eyes is it's really hard to get eyes to be the same on both sides. Like, I never thought that getting it to be the same on both sides would be that hard, but it really is. Like, this one definitely has two different eyes. Definitely. I'm trying to get this corner to blend, and it doesn't want to. He looks happy, sad, and tired all at the same time. Right. Exactly. Eyes are twins. Not sisters. I mean, they're sisters, not twins. They're not perfect, but there you go. Basketball, yeah, you could. You just need to make sure that you have it flat somehow. You know what I mean? Like the bottom, you need a flat surface. Your top really needs to be flat if you're going to sit something on it. But you could use a basketball. Thank you, D. Yeah, we've got 5 minutes left. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I will post a picture of this finished. But there's where we're at. I hope y'all enjoyed having me today. I'm going to grab the other small version that I showed you how to do the face on real quick. I'll be right back. So there's where I showed you how to build the face. This is where I showed you how to cover the face. And if you were with me last night, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. So that's what it's going to look like when it's done. I still got to go back and do some teeth and those kind of things. He is going to have teeth in his mouth. So again, thank you all for hanging out with me today. It's been a blast, as always. Go over to Flowertown Crafts right after we leave here. Watch her create something spectacular. Then we're going to have Ginger with Glitzy Creations by Ginger, followed by Shay. After that, Shay's Creations. Creations by Shay. Creations by Shay. Did I just mess up your name? If so, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Scylla. Thank you, Denise. Thanks, Heidi. Where's my little container? So, we've got about 3 minutes. I'm going to continue to work on this while she's on. And don't forget, you got Lydia's birthday party this weekend. Is it Friday? I mean, is it Saturday and Sunday, or just Saturday, or just Sunday? I can't remember. Got Spanglish Amigas tonight, and be looking for my schedule for next week. Should be posted hopefully by Monday. So until I see you guys again, as always, be wonderful, make something wonderful, live happily ever crafter. Have a great weekend, y'all.